Okay, here's a short explanation of the compensation plan. You will see I'm not going to go into all the details, but this is a quick overview of the different ways we get paid. The first one is the retail incentive. That's pretty easy, 30% retail profit from the sales we make to customers. The second one is the new volume bonus, and that's going to be based on the PV, the point volume of each product. So every country has their own, of course, currency. To simplify things, the company decided to allocate a point volume per product. So this way we can use the same compensation plan around the world. So we're going to earn between 15 and 30% of the new volume coming from basically customers. So new customers we enroll and new brand partners that joined our team. So whenever they purchase something, let's say the product is $200, then we would make 30% of that in retail profit. And on that $200, let's say there is 100 points, all right, PV. So we would get paid 15 to 30% depending on our status, all right? And so that's a pretty easy one. So 30%, so that'll be another $30, all right, added to this. So that's on sales, but that is also on new partners joining our business, all right? So pretty simple right here. Okay, next step is you start to recruit a team. So let's say you build, in this example, 4 teams. So one is going to be called what we call the Powerline. So that's the one that has the most volume. It doesn't matter which one of those lines it is. That's the Powerline. That allows the company to pay us 15% of all the other lines down to infinity to a maximum of $2,000 per week. So that means each pay line that we build, and we can build more, all right, over time, that's worth $2,000 a week, $104,000 a year. Now, on top of that, what they'll do is they'll add each week that we earn $250 in base commission right here. So they're going to add 15% of that to a maximum of $2,000 per month. And they accumulate it until we reach $10,000. Once we reach it, they pay us the $10,000, and then they continue to accumulate, but they pay us every 4 weeks up to $2,000 a month. All right, that's a special bonus. We call it a savings bonus. In some other companies, it's the car program, but in our company, it's $2,000 a month forever. You know, and as long as it's 15% of whatever we earn in base commission, maximum $2,000 a month. This is a cost of living of the base commission. So which is this one here. So that increases over time as the cost of living increases. So it's just an added bonus. Right now, it represents about 4% of our base commissions. The next one is the matching bonus. So you have a team. So in this example, we just see that you're building a team right here. All right. But your team, the people that you recruit, let's say you recruited this person that you place down below. That person builds their own team. Whatever they earn in base commission, that 15% of their pay line, you're going to match based on where they are. So if you recruited them personally, that's your generation 1. If they are people that your people recruited, your personally enrolled people, that's your generation 2. And it's 15%, 10%, and then it's 5% down to 7 generations. All right, so let's take an example. You sponsored Sally. Sally built 2 teams. She's generating 13,334 points per week. So if you in each line, so if you calculate one of those lines is the pay line, 15% of that is $2,000 a week. Okay, so from that base commission of $2,000 a week that she's earning, because she's your personally enrolled person, she earns the $2,000 and you earn a 15% of that, so $300 extra. All right, for you, and that's every single week. All right, every time, whatever she earns in base commission, you match by 15%. She enrolled someone that also built and has a base commission. Well, that's your second generation at 10%, and it goes down to 7. All right. Now we have an IP bonus and a Payline bonus. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but just to give you an example on the Payline bonus. So every time you optimize 2 of your pay lines, so that's mean 3 lines, 1 power and 2 pay lines, you earn a share in the bonus pool. You optimize another one, now you earn 2 more shares in the bonus pool. and so on. So it's a bonus pool of the entire company sales split among the number of people who have shares in the bonus pool, which represent each share about $500 each week. We also have incentive trips. And the good thing with these incentive trips, it's not just the top leaders who earn the money. Anybody earn the points. And if you don't have enough points for a trip this year, they don't expire. And so you accumulate them. So you could literally qualify for a trip over a 2, 3, 4 years period. So that's another great benefit with this company. All right. So let's give you a real example of calculation of those numbers. So I shared with you all kinds of bonuses and commissions, but let's simplify this. Let's say you start with 500 points volume. Typically, people will start either between 200, 500, 1,000, or 1,500 points. So let's put it at 500 points because you want to try a couple different products. And every month, you produce 100 points of volume. So that can come from customers purchasing the products, or it can come from you purchasing products. It doesn't matter. Okay, those two numbers is the same thing, customers or you. So that's it. That's all you do. Then you find 4 brand partners, people who want to do the business, and those 4 will do the same. So let's take a hypothetical example right here. So month number 1, you get your 4, so you've earned $400. Your 4 get their 4. You didn't do more. You just got your first 4 and that's it. Your 4 got their 4th, so that's 16. This is the number. Your 16 get 4. This is what you've earned. And then the 64 got 4 and so on. These are the numbers that multiply over time. This is a perfect scenario, of course. It never goes exactly like this, but this is a hypothetical example if the multiplication and those numbers are taken in consideration. Okay. And the last one, this is a real example of one of my partners. So this is his base commission, what he's earning each week from his Paylines. So he built, in this example, 4 teams. Okay, so those 4 teams earn him in base commission this much. The cost of living increase, that's a little bonus, all right? That's on top of this. And then matching bonuses, this is how much he earns. So in this example, $15,000 that week from his people down 7 generations of what they earn in their base commission, you match. And that for him, that was $15,000. Now, this is the income position. This is the pool bonus. So this is another one that is added each week. So in this example, that's $26,000. So around $25,000, $26,000 a week. All right. That's an example right here. Now, most people will not get there. Most people, just like any other performance-based business, company, position, whatever, it requires effort. So not everybody's going to earn that. But the possibilities are there if you put in the work and invest time and eventually get to that level if that's what you're looking for. Hope this has been helpful.